All right, for the next story, I wanted to cover this very briefly, only because I think the entirety of it is just so silly. I just think it's really, really, really silly. Just like all of it. This was the original ad, from my understanding. I think like the original one had like a different audio track on it, but this was it. That's basically like the whole thing.
Hi. Impressive carrying skills, right? I got some Bud Lights for us. So, I kept hearing about this thing called March Madness, and I thought we were all just having a hectic month, but it turns out it has something to do with sports. And I'm not sure exactly which sport, but either way, it's a cause to celebrate. This month, I celebrated my day 365 of womanhood, and Bud Light sent me possibly the best gift ever, a can with my face on it. Check out my Instagram story to see how you can enjoy March Madness with Bud Light and maybe win some money too. Love ya! Cheers!
That's it. That's the whole advertisement. That's literally it. People are like losing their shit. Of course, obviously, there's going to be like the quartering. Oh my God. His YouTube videos are like, thumbnails are painful to look at. I'm glad for Dylan's success. It does upset me for trans people to see media success that they need to be very sanitized. Always insane to see me trend on par with significantly bigger creators for mildly edgy. Oh yeah, no. Like, I think it goes back to like how leftist media or like, for example, media that has any queer people in it has to be above and beyond what any other type of media has to be. Otherwise, it's seen as pandering. If you put straight people in a TV show and the TV show bombs and it's trash, nobody cares. Everyone's like, well, that TV show sucked. If you put like one gay person or one black person in a TV show and it's not good, it's like, look at the woko broke. Oh my God, leftists is destroying. These companies need to stop doing. It's like, no, it was just a bad piece of media. That was it. That's it. Really wasn't that big of a deal. Okay. But anyway, so a lot of people are upset about this for like seemingly no reason. I don't really understand why people are so mad about it. Ben Shapiro made his video. What is this pedophile's name?
The Bud Light
Matt Walsh,
brand, owned by Anheuser-Busch,
oops,
confirmed a brand partnership with trans-identifying activist Dylan Mulvaney after followers speculated the whole thing could be an April Fool's Day prank. Now, by the way, if you were one of those people, we talked, a couple days ago about Bud Light sponsoring Dylan Mulvaney, congratulating him on his day 365 of womanhood. Girlhood.
Yes, misgendering as usual. Why not, right?
Because again, this is a grown adult man who is very specifically pretending to be an underage adolescent girl. So congratulating him on day 365 of quote unquote girlhood. We talked about that, and I saw even in the comments there were people speculating that, well, no, this can't be. This is an April Fool's prank. This came out around April Fool's. It must be a big prank from Dylan Mulvaney. Okay, this is still the kind of coping that we have to put to the side now. We have to get past this.
Listen, Matt Walsh, I know that you're a pedophile, but can you stop talking about underage girls so much? Literally nobody saw the Dylan Mulvaney ad and thought she's pretending to be an underage girl. Can you just please stop being a fucking pedophile for 2 seconds? Just for 2 seconds.
Like, if you're still in a position, if you still are, like, it's hard for you to believe that Bud Light would sponsor Dylan Mulvaney. That just shows me that you really haven't been paying attention and you need to clue.
Why am I supposed to care what a company does with its advertising dollars? I'll start caring when they start pushing like unironic fascist propaganda. Don't corporations basically already do that now?
Into reality. There's nothing unbelievable about it at all. And these are a lot of the same people who still insist that maybe this whole Dylan Mulvaney thing is all one big prank by him. He's Andy Kaufman. It's a performance artist. It's all one big troll. I mean, this can't actually be serious. No, it is serious. Now, it's not he's not.
I'm genuinely shocked that the Conservative Party is comprised of the people that it is comprised of. I can't imagine being a conservative and your entire like worldview is like being afraid that you might be gay, but then you spend all of your time sucking this guy's dick. Can you imagine like the type of like the average Matt Walsh viewer is probably like a 30, 40-year-old adult conservative male. You come home from like a long day of work and you're like, finally, time to watch my favorite conservative, my brother Matt Walsh. God.
Actually a woman, obviously, but he is seriously trying to identify as one. He wants to be taken seriously as a woman. It's not a prank. It's not anything like that. And yes, we live in a culture where the major brands are going to line up and they're going to fall prostrate to the ground and worship at the feet of somebody like Dylan Mulvaney. That's where we live.
Didn't your company Dairy Wire literally make unwoke chocolate for no reason? Like what? You guys are the biggest panderers on the planet.
A spokesperson for the company told Fox News, Anheuser-Busch works with hundreds of influencers across our brands as one of the many ways to...
Oh my God, what a shit show. And so because of this, all these conservatives are getting nice and angry, posting shit like this.
Hey, if you don't know why I'm doing this, you might want to Google it. And I never thought this was going to happen. Out with the Bud Light.
I don't actually feel this way for any political reason. I just feel this way because I think it would be really funny. If Coke suddenly became woke, first of all, it would be a great slogan. Second of all, this guy would have to throw out his whole fridge. And I think both of those things would be really funny. So Coke really should partner with Dylan.
Coors Light. You might want to figure out if you want to do the same.
Of course he drives one of these ugly ass pickup trucks. This fucking the fucking handle is at his fucking head.
This is where it now belongs. In the garbage.
The fucking speed up of him walking is so funny.
Next stop. Outlet bulb. In with the new.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh, he set up all the props for the video. He had the Coors Light ready. He had the trash can ready. He spent like 10 minutes before he started recording to like put them all in. So he could be like, well, luckily I had this conveniently placed Coors Light right here. Oh, it's a poor little chud.
Like I said, if you don't know, you should probably Google it.
These guys are so fucking stupid. I want to show you guys some other stuff, shall we? Have you guys seen this recent like trend?
Welcome to the day in the life of a trans woman. First, I wake up intended to get as much attention as possible because I'm trans. I then get on my computer to start spreading trans propaganda, getting children and other people to transition. That's what I'm all about. Due to my only personality trait being that I'm trans, I usually don't do a lot and I just stare at the wall all day. But then it's time for makeup, yay! Since I'm so feminine without any personality traits whatsoever, I usually put a lot of makeup on and I try to lure and deceive as many men as I possibly can. Now that I'm all done and dolled up, it's time to go out into the world and deceive men. When I get home, it's time to do my favorite thing of the day. I start spreading hormones outside my window to affect as many people as I possibly can.
No, Matt Walsh was right. No, they're transing us. How could they do this to us? How could they trans us like this? There was this one as well that I thought was like hilarious as fuck.
I greet my dogs and they remind me that I'll always just be a caricature of a woman. Then I head to the local Joe Biden's America's coffee shop where I get an estrogenated matcha. Fun fact about this coffee shop, they actually use the same water that turned the frogs gay. On my way to the next place, I scream cisgender at every biological woman I see because I hate them. They need to know it's a slur. At my next destination, the first thing that I do is go into the women's bathroom because I need to meet my daily quota of invading women's spaces. And I grab myself some breakfast, but before I leave, I make sure to grab every period product in the store because I want to make sure other people don't have access to them. When I get back home, I make sure to take my hormone replacement therapy because I want to become the male's ultimate fantasy. I also plan how I can steal some uteruses and ovaries. I then spend about 20 minutes on Tinder lying to men about being trans. As I'm eating my breakfast, I plan content on how to indoctrinate children into being trans, how to teach the trans animals how to advocate for litter boxes in the classroom. After that, I spent about 2 hours working out because I want to dominate women's sports and I need to make sure I'm in peak physical condition for that. And that's the morning in the life of a trans woman. Bye!
Do you think conservatives see this and they get it? Like they realize how dumb they are? Or do you think they just see it and they're like, I don't really get it. I don't really get what the joke is. So like, what's the joke? See, they were right. Yeah. They probably see it and they think we're right. Oh God. Oh no. Satire is lost on the masses.
Something doesn't compute there. I'm sorry. It's just a little bit odd. It wasn't
I want to know what she's going to say. What is she going to say?
an April Fool's joke, though. It is Bud Light's new influencer campaign featuring transgender activist Dylan Mulvaney. I don't think she probably ever tasted Bud Light before this, John. I think it's a paycheck in my opinion, but you see it right there.
Yeah, good for her. Are you kidding me? It's an ad. Do you really think that the models that worked with like Carl's Jr. were eating those burgers? We all agree, just for 2 seconds, we all agree that it's just a paycheck, right?
What's more American than a cheeseburger? This cheeseburger, loaded with a hot dog and potato chips. In the hands of all-American model Samantha Hoops. In a hot tub. In a pickup truck. Driven by an American bull rider. On an aircraft carrier. Under the gaze of
Oh my God, I'm gonna vomit.
Lady Liberty. As she admires the most American thick burger. With a split hot dog and kettle-cooked potato chips on.
Like, bruh, she didn't even take a bite out of it. There's not, she didn't even take a bite. Can I see the fucking Fox News coverage of this? Can you believe it? It's just a paycheck for her. I bet she doesn't even eat Carl's Jr.'s. Yeah, no shit. She's like a size 0. Of course she doesn't eat Carl's Jr.'s. Come on. Real talk though, I don't know one trans person that drinks Bud Light or cheap ass beer. Yeah. Every single trans person I know just drinks White Claws, which I don't know if that's problematic to say, but it's true. I'm sorry. The amount of effort that went into this white ass ad. Yeah. The frustration. Like, can I see the frustration for these ads? Oh, hell yeah, brother. Amen, brother. Like, do you really think these people are eating Carl's Jr. burgers, bro? They're way too thin to eat this food. The closest they get to eating this food is in these commercials where they look at it. And that feels like the same thing. It's like, I bet Dylan, I bet she doesn't even drink Bud Light. It's like, yeah, that's what being an influencer is. You just take product money because why the fuck not? Are you kidding me? Like, what? Why not? No one should drink Bud Light because it's the lowest form of alcohol besides hand sanitizer. Wait, are you telling me the medicine ads don't have real doctors in them? My worldview is crumbling. My worldview, it's crumbling around me. Someone help, help. Quickly. Wait, I want to hear this woman talk a little bit more.
Today it is on sale. The promotion comes around the same time as the White House also promoted their Trans Day of Visibility last week.
It is shameful, it is disturbing, and our hearts go out to the trans community as they are under attack right now.
Wow. She wasn't the only one to paint that narrative following the Nashville school shooting. Take a listen.
In states across our country, the trans community is under attack.
At a moment when trans Americans are under direct attack in states across our nation and in this body, I'm here today to honor and celebrate each of these courageous, inspiring human beings just trying to live and be treated with dignity and respect.
Why does it say gender studies here? Yeah. Who made this headline. This doesn't tell me anything. Hello?
Respect. I'm here.
Under attack. You hear that echoed throughout. Does Dylan Mulvaney look like she's under attack?
Yeah, of course. This is the most annoying thing on the planet. Okay, first of all, obviously, if you have enough wealth, you get privileges exclusively off of your wealth and your class. When I say class, I'm not talking about it in the Marxist sense of the working class and the capitalist owning class. I'm talking about it in terms of lower class, middle class, upper class, to be very clear. In this specific context, before someone's like, stop. If you are a lower class, working class member of society, you will feel all of the bigotry, all of it, because it actually directly impacts your life in every meaningful way. If you're rich enough, it doesn't really matter how many people don't like you. Caitlyn Jenner is another example. Yeah, like you will still experience bigoted behavior against you, but you have so much privilege because of your wealth that it kind of undoes a lot of the disprivilege. Like if you are, for example, disabled in America, if you're physically disabled in any way, if you're really wealthy, you still have to deal with your disabilities on a day-to-day basis, whether that is like that you are physically disabled and can't walk for very long, or you deal with chronic pain.
About this Bud Light bigot outrage.
Class transcends social factors. Yeah, exactly. So if you are someone who is disabled in the United States and you have enough wealth, yeah, it's still a nuisance on your day to day, right? Where it's like, I wish I was able-bodied because I wouldn't have to deal with this chronic pain. I wouldn't have to worry about whether or not like this building has an elevator or not or whatever. So there is still instances in your life that you have to deal with it, but you don't have to worry about so many things. You don't have to worry about getting healthcare for your disability. You don't have to worry about like whether or not you can marry the person that you love because of your disability. But if you are a poor disabled person, oh, I want to get married? Too bad I can't, because then I will lose all of my disability privileges. Because once you get married, you lose them because you're expected to be able to live off of your partner, which is a joke. Even if you have disability and you have insurance, sometimes it's still not enough. You will still live in like a shitty apartment or like a shitty building or a shitty complex and eat shitty food and live not as well as you could be living because we think it's a good idea to give all of our money to like the 1%er. Yes, to be clear, I'm not saying that people who are rich are no longer disabled. Of course, they are still disabled, but they just live a different life. When you have enough wealth, some issues just disappear. They don't become as big of a problem anymore. Statistically say wealth is like a confounding variable. And then also, can we talk about something really quickly? Aren't they literally attacking her right now? Does Dylan Mulvaney look like she's under attack? Anyways, I fucking hate this cunt. Like you're literally attacking her right now. The jokes write themselves.
Treated with dignity.
And then look at this. I'm pretty sure he actively misgenders her, but just for fun.
And respect. I'm here.
Under attack. You hear that echoed throughout. Does Dylan Mulvaney look like she's under attack or he's under attack?
This is the saddest part of like the transphobia, where they will get the pronouns right the first time, but they're so insistent on being transphobic that they have to actively misgender. Isn't that sad? Isn't that so sad? It's embarrassing.
Just in the past year, Mulvaney has already closed endorsement deals with Ulta Beauty, Crest, Kate Spade, and KitchenAid, among others. And now, of course, there's Bud Light. Being attacked, Bianca, has never been so profitable.
I guess not.
Let's welcome in Brianna Lyman. She's a reporter for the Daily Caller. Also with us, R.A. Hoffman, radio host and West Coast editor of the Post Millennial. All right, Bud Light fans out there waking up wondering what's going on. Ari, there's literally never been a...
Also, how does this impact your ability to go buy piss beer? You can still go and drink Bud Light. If you want to drink bad beer, no one is stopping you. It's so strange. Trans people shouldn't be able to make money. Who are these auto-generated conservative talking heads? I can't recognize any of them, but I can tell that they're all conservatives just by looking at them.
Better time to be a trans activist, and Dylan Mulvaney is an example of that. Now, when it comes to being Christian or Jewish for that matter, not so great right now. Last November, Ari, in New York City alone, there was a 100% increase in hate crimes. 45 hate crimes motivated by anti-Semitism versus 20 in November of 2021, and it continues to this day. Yet we are called anti-Semites. You, Ari, have probably been called an anti-Semite for taking on George Soros for backing these prosecutors.
I'm an Orthodox Jew, and I've been called a white nationalist, white supremacist, neo.
But like Ben Shapiro is Jewish, and he's still a white nationalist. It just matters what garbage you're peddling, huh? God, I fucking hate these people, dude. I fucking hate these people. Walmart Alex Jones, dude. Oh my God. I can't watch this anymore, guys. I'm sorry. It's just too painful for me. It's just too painful. Bud Light has always been super queer, actually. After Dylan Mulvaney was unveiled as a new partner of Bud Light via a new ad on Sunday, conservatives wasted no time decrying the beer company, claiming that the choice of Mulvaney could do nothing but alienate their presumably straight audience. But wait a minute, who said Bud Light was ever a straight beer? As soon as conservatives started attacking the ad, the queer community showed up to point out the quite queer history of the light beer brand. Bud Light has been the default cheap beer at gay bars since 1977, when labor unions and LGBT groups organized a boycott to protest Coors' practice of forcing employees to take polygraph tests that included questions about their sexual orientation. And there was this original tweet by Bethany Mendel. This is what happens when you use a marketing and advertising agency that has never met one of your customers. As a gay, I'm now only drinking Bud Light. Yeah. Harvey Milk himself brokered the deal between the Teamsters and the gay bar owners. Coors' market share went from 40% to 14%. It's like, and to be clear, I'm not saying like Bud Light is such an ally. We should all go buy Bud Light. They are still a corporation that are just trying to take your money, okay? But I will take any progress I can get, okay? I can recognize that we live in a capitalist hellscape and that it's all a marketing scam, but if that gets us closer to a more progressive society, I'm happy. This has been so funny. I've officially made the switch. Went to the grocery store today and bought Miller Lite beer to replace my woke Bud Light beer. No more supporting woke companies with my hard-earned money. Go woke, go broke, Budweiser. And then like the sad part is that like Miller is also a gay beer. It also has engaged in rainbow capitalism. But there's just so many of these people who have no idea that their beers have also put the rainbows on in June.
Hey, Budweiser, I've been drinking your beer for probably
every corporation
35.
is gay AF.
Also, can we talk about something really quickly? The entitlement to think that the beers need to market just to you is just truly American exceptionalism at its finest. Mwah.
Plus years. Not anymore. Y'all screwed up.
Why don't these guys just smoke weed? That's what I'm saying, dude. There literally is like that the phrenology is just too real. They're gonna all look the same.
I don't think words are really necessary about what's happening right now. But for Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light, all Bud products.
It literally has the color of water.
If you know me, you know how many of these get refilled in my fridge every week. But today, they go down the drain. And of course, would be my choice.
This is so sad.
Pepe Lave bought all of those just to throw them away.
It's so sad. The biggest sin in here is that the folks aren't hitting up the local breweries. True. Literally, bro, this is beer he already bought, though. It's so sad. It's like really sad. Just like, why? But why? Because woke.
Hope you're proud, Bud Light. Yeah. Hope it pays off for you in the long run.
It will. It will. It will. I think people really underestimate how much money corporations dump into this shit. Anyone here who's worked for like a marketing agency or a marketing firm or any part a company's ability to reach an audience, they know that corporations spend tens of millions of dollars trying to figure out who their consumer base is and then trying to appeal to that consumer base as much as they can. They do like focus groups where basically they will either do like mass calls or whatever. They will find people who specifically buy Bud Light and they will reach out to them and be like, hey, we'll give you $200 if you come and participate in this focus group where we're just going to ask you a bunch of questions. And then people are like, yeah, sure, I'll take the money. Yeah, sure, I'll show up. So what do you like about Bud Light? What would you say? What's your age? What's your name? What are your politics? What is this? They gather all of this data after like pulling thousands of people who consume their product. And then they try and put these people into groups that can be marketed to. If Bud Light had a primarily conservative audience, they would not do this because it would make them bankrupt. If they are doing this, it's because they know it is a good business decision to make because they know that a majority of their audience is probably either apolitical or pro like queer rights. A lot of corporations will do this because brand recognition is the most important thing beyond everything else. So like, for example, a lot of people don't actually remember the Gillette ad. A lot of people don't actually remember, I don't even remember what what Keurig did that made conservatives get angry. But conservatives got angry that Keurig did something, and then they started like destroying their Keurig machines. And then like a year will go by and they're like, why did I do that? I'm just gonna go get another Keurig. I miss my Keurig machine. Same thing with Nike. Like putting your name in the news, getting people to remember the name brand Keurig is more valuable in the long run because human memory is so bad. And it's the same thing with Nike. Like a lot of people don't remember why they didn't even like Nike, and they don't remember the Colin Kaepernick thing. And so when they go to the shoe store and they put on a pair of Nikes and the Nikes are comfortable, they're like, sure, why not?
But when you go woke, go broke.
Yes.
Cheers to you.
Yes. When you go woke, you go broke. It's a good one, babe.
Woman who's never heard a joke before. That's a good one, babe. Oh my God.
What a shame. What a shame.
This is so pathetic.
That'll be the last crack of a Bud Light in my presence. Sadly, that's the last of a 30-pack that I bought yesterday, Bud Light. So.
Why would you tell everyone that? But why would you tell everyone that? Like, you're like, come on, man. Oh my God. I would uninstall like my life, I guess. Okay, real talk. A real redneck would never waste beer. True. Fucking true. And they have no idea how cringe they are. Isn't that the saddest part?
Sunday fun days, I'll take a banquet.
In case anyone hasn't figured out exactly what's going on with Anheuser-Busch right now, they're celebrating 365 days of...
This guy activates my fight or flight response. I don't know what about him. I don't know what about his speech or the way that he looks or what. I'm scared.
girlhood, and they sent this transgender activist, Dylan Mulvaney, packs of beer, cases of beer with his face on it, his, her, slash, she, it, whatever, saying that it would...
It's so sad. The pronoun thing that they do is so pathetic.
Would help them authentically connect with their audience. Sadly, I don't know if they knew who their audience was, but...
I promise you they know.
So the two major beers would be Budweiser and Bud Light, which are both owned by that company, Anheuser-Busch. Stella, owned by Anheuser-Busch. Modelo, owned by them. Good old Rona, owned by them. Listen up, ladies. McUltra is also owned by them. Land Sharks, mediocre at best, but still owned by them. Along with the
Imagine saying that's mediocre at best while you're a Bud Light fan.
People have never heard of.
This is, yeah, all free advertising, by the way.
Coming up, some better ones that are not owned by them, which I will be switching to. Also, just want to dedicate this video to my long years of drinking Busch Light. I am extremely saddened to pronounce that I will no longer be participating in drinking of this beverage.
Guys, Bud Light lost a valuable customer. Okay? He lost a valuable customer.
Thanks to some things that have came up, but thank you to all the good beer that you have provided me with, and let's get on with this. Coors is almost as good anyway, so probably switching over to that one. Drink Miller, folks. If you want something that puts hair on your chest, drink Blue Moon. It's also not owned by them. If you want some serious Busch on your chest, drink Yingling Lager. Drink Heineken. Also not owned by Anheuser-Busch.
Dude, Heineken is trash. I'm sorry for anyone here who likes Heineken.
Neither is Dos Equis. Coming in hot here, we got the PBR Classic, also not owned by them, so drink up, folks.
This is so sad. Bud Light done messed up. Well, let me hear what this patriot has to say.
Well, who?
Speak up, brother.
Anheuser-Busch. What were you guys thinking? Well, who thought that would be a good idea? Do you realize when people sit down to have a beer, they're having a beer with their friends? If they're their friends, they don't care if they're transgender. They don't care if they're black or if they're white, Chinese, straight, gay, whatever. They don't care. They're there to have a beer with their friends. They don't need to be reminded about equity, equality, LGBTQ, whatever. They're there to have a good time.
Is it okay? He looks like if he got really angry in the most cartoon like fashion, his entire face would turn red and steam would start coming out of his ears.
And now because you did this,
He has the perfect face for it.
you've ruined it. You've ruined their good time. They've got to be reminded of this wokeness and equality and all that. And what the worst part is, you put the person on a beer can right after a transgender male just shot up a school and killed 3 kids.
Brother, you should not be saying that as a white guy. Okay, I am so sorry. But that is not the hill you want to do. The stats don't look good for you, okay? We're not even saying all straight white men. We're just saying a lot of school shooters are straight white men. You don't want to go down that path where the numbers disagree with you, okay?
Shame on you. 6 people were killed. And you're out here putting transgender people on your beer cans.
Yes. If one person does something bad, we can't celebrate any other people from that group. Okay? I don't know if you guys know that. It's actually true. It's true. There was one time that a woman was mean to me. So anytime I see a woman in a commercial, I get really angry. I get really upset.
When this is already a volatile enough situation as it is. So, that being said, I hope you guys get what you think you deserve. Because all I see for you is a bunch of headaches and a bunch of bankruptcy on the way. Because the regular American out there that doesn't care about all this crap.
If you're at the point where you're making a 2-minute long TikTok about a topic, you are no longer allowed to say that you don't care. You forfeit that. If you didn't care, you wouldn't be making a TikTok about it. You would just drink the rest of the Bud Light in your fridge and then go to the store and buy more of it if you like it. You look like you're about to cry because there was a trans woman on a beer can. You care a lot. Way more than anyone else does.
And just wants to have a beer. Is out there looking for another beer without stuff like this on their beer can. So, good luck to you. If I ever drink a beer again, it won't ever be Anheuser-Busch. I can guarantee you that. It won't be a Bud Light or a Busch Light.
This guy has like orc chronology. My brother in Christ. How does he do it? How does he do it? Oh my God. Smork, no Bud Light. They done messed up.
I'll drink a freaking, I think I'll drink a Cobra before I drink Anheuser-Busch, as long as Anheuser-Busch doesn't make Cobra. And I hate Cobra. That's malt liquor.
He looks like he's gonna cry.
Ugh. But you sent me there. So.
Nobody is sending you anywhere. You can keep drinking Bud Light if you want to drink it. No one cares. Sour Fang doesn't deserve that. He's a good orc. I'm sorry. You're right. Orcs don't deserve to be compared to this guy. Enjoy your piss. Yeah. You know this one's going to be good because of the angle and like the fact that this guy doesn't realize you're not supposed to record against the sun like this.
I bought it. I guess I'm going to drink it. At least it ain't got the rainbows on it.
Okay, this is the first conservative with like a brain cell that recognizes, well, I already bought it, so I might as well finish it. What the fuck? Oh my God, wait, that one was actually funny. This is the first conservative that actually could do a joke. Oh shit, okay. All right, they're learning.
Yeah, I'm low IQ. This right here seems like speaks for itself.
This is the first funny conservative on the planet. The first one.
I'll be honest with you anyway, Bud Light. I never liked your ass anyway.
Then why were you drinking it?
Hey, hello, TikTok. How y'all doing this afternoon? So, this is how my day started. Got up for work, 3:30 a.m. Went to work, Started a good day. And found out Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch is changing my damn can to rainbow stars and pinks and stripes and ponies and what the fuck ever. Don't care.
I love that they always have to be like, listen here, you know, they're changing my beer can to have rainbows on it, and they're putting the transes on it, and they're doing all this stuff. They really don't care about me anymore. And you know, it's like I'm a good customer. I've been drinking their piss beer for 20 years, and it's like they don't even. It's like that. It's like we're not even friends. But I want to make it clear, I really don't care. Like I don't care at all. It's really not a big deal. But I don't care. I need you all to know that I don't care. It's like, dude, you wouldn't be making a 2-minute video if you didn't care.
You got a dude in a dress. Instead of having somebody like one of us, blue-collar people,
For
somebody...
you, Bud Light going
nurse.
transgender was the worst part of your workday. For Bud Light, it was a record-breaking fiscal quarter.
I can't wait to see their profit margin.
Actual fucking girl. Be on the can. Nope. You want that shit on the can, well, you ain't getting my money no more.
No.
Boycott it.
Bud Light, when they find out they lost this guy's money. No.
Boycott it. Boycott it. And to top it off, they did this after the Nashville school shooting.
Why do they keep bringing this point up? You can't judge an entire group of people based on one person committing terrible acts, you fucking moron. If we judged men, all men, based on what men do, like, men would lose literally all of their rights, okay? No offense to the men in chat. There's a lot of terrible men out there. A lot of them, okay? If we judged all men based on the minority of insane men, you guys would have no rights. Ball and chain, no voting, no more guns, like nothing at all, like full chastity belt.
That you done know what that person did in that school to those little kids and the adults. No, that's not cool, Budweiser. That's really not cool. Not at all. So, you ain't getting my hard work money. You ain't getting no blue collar money. From what I see, you ain't getting nobody's money no more. Y'all gonna go broke.
Because y'all went woke.
You ain't getting nothing. Get out of here. Right here. That's all I'm gonna drink now. I ain't buying it. Can't have it. Don't want it in my house. I'll throw the shit
How
away.
dare they put those fake
Somebody brings it
models
over
with
here.
their full rows of teeth and formal educations in my beer commercial. I've been drinking Thai since I was 8 and I have never had my hillbilly heart break so much, Kappa.
My head spins with conservatives who are more upset that the shooter was trans instead of the shooting itself. That's also really concerning that, like, none of them are like, we need to do something about gun control and mental health. It's just, can you believe that the shooter was trans? It's like, what? Okay. Oh, okay.
Here. It's gonna go in the bonfire. Just don't want it. Don't even want to look at it. I hope all the stores here in Tennessee take that shit out.
But just to be clear, I don't care.
So, we just don't want it. Bye.
It's the rare husband-wife conservative couple.
So it's truly saddening that with the woke Anheuser-Busch.
What a shirt. Protect America. And then it's 3 wolves in front of a fucking American flag. I like how if you see a shirt like this, it's either one of two things. A leftist wearing it very sarcastically and ironically because they're like, yo, this go hard. Or like someone wearing it seriously.
Woke Anheuser-Busch Bud Light situation. Come to do a little research and find out that my favorite beer is under the Anheuser-Busch umbrella.
And one of the ones I drink besides Bud Light.
So, cheers.
See ya.
No more Anheuser-Busch products in this house.
Nope.
Want to play the woke game?
Well,
fine. Not spending my money on it.
Woke game. I like the idea of like a new version of like Saw coming out, but it's just like, and instead of saying like, do you want to Jigsaw, instead of saying, do you want to play a game? He's just like, do you want to play a woke game? Germa, don't say Germa.
Sam Adams, I'm back at you, buddy.
That dumb bitch said Corona because she doesn't know Corona is owned by fucking Ann Bush or whatever. She doesn't fucking know. They're so dumb.